We're waiting for it to line up and say we're running.
Says you live.
Yeah.
Says your custom live.
I like that hat, Mike Hooks. And Glenn's got a magnificent beard over there. I like that, man. I'm gonna have to put mine to shame. We hide mine.
Hey, it's the first time I've ever let it grow out.
It looks good, man.
Thank you.
Come on, Snoop. Let's go.
Okay, Randy, it's recording and you're live. Go anytime.
All right. We'll call the meeting to order. First thing we need to do is elect a chairman and a secretary.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Hooks.
I'll nominate Randy Ellis as chairman and Dean Gann as secretary.
I second that motion.
I got to say, motion by Mr. Hooks for Ellis as chairman and Gann as secretary, and second by Mr. Hickman.
And I'll third it.
Ben's already over there. He's already trying to fight.
I gotta get a pen. Peace. Thank you, Mr. Hooks.
Hey, I love you, brother.
Yeah. Love you too, brother.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. You just look too astute, Ben. That's why you got put in as secretary.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking about something totally different.
Well, we're here tonight on Glenn's request, so I'm just go ahead and turn it over to Glenn.
All right, guys, what I wanted to talk to you is throughout the county, we've got roads that we've closed and roads that have been dedicated to the county and never built. And we have no legitimate way of turning this property back over to anybody and get it back on the tax rolls correctly. What has been done in the past is people have done quick claim deeds on them. And when you do that, then you don't get clear title of the property. So we'd like to see if we could get something done down in Nashville where it gives the counties and these cities the authority wherein these roads that got dedicated and never got built, that property can be turned back over to the adjoining property owners that have a vested interest in it. Or when a road closure happens, it can be split up between the adjoining property owners and them have clear title to it, not just a deed and, have the rights to it, but no clear title.
Hey, Glenn, have you talked to Greg about this at any length?
Yes, and he said unless we get something done legislatively, there's not much we can do but a quick claim deed.
Have you talked to Calfee or Yeager?
No, I have not talked to them yet. I wanted to talk to you guys first.
Well, in this scenario, I think, that obviously is something we need to do. Now, on a quick claim deed, we use those at the bank all the time, and those will convey interest in property, not necessarily title. Well, I mean, it does, in the right scenario, it does convey title, but it just says whatever interest that you or I have in that property we give to, say, Roane County.
Yeah.
And it's not quite as clear as a warranty deed, is it?
No, it's not. And where we've gotten some trouble is we've had someone go out and tell these people that, hey, this has been closed. The county has no interest in it. Do with it whatever you want to. And that's not a good thing.
We have a situation going on in our end of the county that I wasn't aware of it. Mr. Moore brought it to Commissioner Moore brought it to my attention, and where that gentleman said that there was no joining property, no one else had any interest of the property, that it backed up against the industrial park, and the industrial park had no. At one time, I thought it was deeded to the industrial park, but the industrial park never took possession of it. So he, I'm not clear on if he filed a quick claim deed or he came before the road committee and
You're talking about Old Waller Ferry.
yeah, sort of misled, I guess, the road committee to where that he was the only one that would have any interest. Now, we have property owners that live in or has property in behind him that road dead ends to, and he's got a gate up across the road out there. So
He's got a gate up on county property right now. That road's not been abandoned yet. County commission still has to meet and do that. And I didn't turn the resolution in this month. It will be there next month for you guys.
Well, the latest I got from the other day when I think Mr. Brown and Woody and talked to Lefty that was turned over to the industrial board, that the property was, but it never got conveyed to them. Is that what we're saying?
that was the last action that I remember on that. But this property owner out there now, it seems to think that it's being condemned and the property converted back to him, not condemned, but abandoned. Yeah, and the property converted back to him, and I think he's put a gate up.
Hey, I've got a question, and this may be a question for Randy. Randy, in this case, if we take Glenn's recommendation and try to get this before the legislature, which I don't have any problem with, would we get Greg to do a draft resolution or whatever that needs to go to them? Or, I mean, what's the process?
Normally the way we would do it is that it'd be brought before this committee, then we would say what we want to see the law change to, then Greg would look at it and would put that before the full commission for a recommendation. Then after that point, send it to Yeager and Calfee.
How about we do this? I mean, I'll make a motion that Glenn get with Greg and put together some language to propose to the commission regarding what we want to accomplish, get that approved, and then if it needs tweaked from that point, we'll tweak it and then get it on to the legislature.
You want him to, so what I think I'm hearing from you is him to go ahead and get Greg to come up with some type of language to fit what he's wanting to do. And if it's all right, and if it's all right with the committee, he can email that out to us. And if there's no objection, we'll go ahead and forward that to the agenda for March.
Exactly. I think that'd just be the cleanest way to do it. And if in the emails, if somebody says, well, wait a minute, what about this? What about that? Get that cleaned up there, get it for us in March, and then get it on to the legislature.
Can I ask what Glenn wants to do?
Yeah, I would love to be able to do that because, guys, this was not an issue that was critical. We knew we had it. Me and Mr. Hooks had talked about this before, about these abandoned areas and stuff. But in the last 6 months, I've had 4 big issues pop up over dedicated roadways that were never built and abandoned parts of roadways that people are wanting to fight over.
Glenn,
So,
could you clarify for Ben Gann what exactly we're wanting so we can get it in the notes? And the best thing about this being that this is
what I talked to
recorded.
Greg about.
yeah,
The best thing
what
about
we
it
would
is
like
it's recorded, so you can come back and listen to it later too.
what we would like to do is put into get legislation passed that will let us take these abandoned portions of roads and these unbuilt right-of-ways
Undeveloped.
Yeah,
undeveloped roads and be able to give clear title to the adjoining property owners or the people that have interest in it around it. Okay. That's what we do. That way they clear title to it.
Yeah. Or could it be to the original grantors who may have since sold their property and it goes to whoever owns it now?
Yeah. Here's the problem is the piece of the road that is dedicated, that right of way actually belongs to the developer. In
Right.
98% of the issues in this county, we cannot find the developers. We cannot contact all the heirs. You can't do it. There's just no way of doing it. So there's got to be a way legislatively of taking these dedicated roadways that never got built and then these abandoned portions and give them back out to other people. Again, and that's property. That's a lot of property that's untaxed in this county.
I agree.
I know our policy now, like, what was that road in Midtown Glen, right over behind Wholesale Supply, it went along the hill up to the,
Caitlin,
when we close that road, say if Ben Gann owns one side of that road and Daryl Meadows owns the other side of that road, the way we've always operated now is they'll take ownership to the middle of each one of their sides, right?
they do a quick claim deed and go to the middle of it. Yes, sir.
So that's how it works now. Yeah.
Yeah, the one down in Midtown, Caitlin is fixing to be maybe a little bit of an argument between two property owners there. You've got a corporation that's bought a piece of property on one side of the road, and then you've got DK properties on the other side of it. And both of them probably want the whole road.
And there's no clear deeds or titles, and it's kind of.
Exactly.
So Daryl's motion is to take what Glenn has just stated about changing the law, which Mr. Gann is writing that feverishly down for us, and
I ain't gonna remember it.
and get with Mr. Lefew to develop the language to send to the legislature to take care of that. Is that your
Send
motion?
the commission
Yeah.
first. And
Well,
then,
send, develop it, then send this committee a draft, and if there's any feedback from us, then we'll try to get it on the commission agenda for March.
absolutely. Yes, that's it.
Right. Daryl's motion. I got a second.
I second that.
Second by Mr. Hickman. Daryl, you have anything else?
No.
Would it not have to come back here to have us approve that final draft?
Well, I think we're what we were talking is we kind of got the outline of what Glenn's wanting. He
Okay.
gets it with Greg, but he's going to email that back to these committee members, and if there's any objection there, we can raise it, and if not, we'll just take it in March. We'll try to get everybody's eyes on it before we file it with the commission.
To give you something to think about, maybe when we get through this little hurdle, is we have private maintained roads, we have county roads, and then we have private roads, and that's a nightmare for 911. And we fought it the whole time I was there. Glenn and I, we've talked about it, and I'd like to see us come up, and this would probably be a thing that we need to maybe have a joint workshop with Glenn and the road committee, is to do a color-coded system and come up with a way to where that when someone comes in and buys a piece of property and he's got a stop sign there and he's got a green sign, now they just assume that it's a county road, and it may not be a county road. And it's nowhere on the deed or nowhere on the sales contract whether or not it's either or. It would be nice if it's on the sales contract, so the people buying that property would know whether they're buying property on a county maintained road or if it's a private road or private drive. I think it would solve a lot of our problems, and maybe color code the signs to where if it's a county road, that we keep the traditional green sign, and if it's a private maintained road, that they would have to use another color scheme.
That sounds like a good, like you said, joint meeting with the road committee.
Yeah.
Any other question or comment on the motion by Daryl? If not, all in favor say aye.
Me too.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Anything else, Glenn?
Oh, that's it. Thank you, gentlemen. And to Mr. Hook's point, I've got a issue over in Harriman where the county has 0.22 tenths of a mile of road that they claim. And the guy that owns the property owns both sides of the road. The county road sits on his property, and he says that, hey, that's his. Greg has told me whatever the county claims as their road and maintains, that's county property, and they cannot put gates up across it.
Right.
And I've got that problem right now that I've got to deal with, so I'm trying to meet with the road superintendent to address those issues.
I had to go to court 3 times to testify over an issue like that down in Rockwood. You know where I'm talking about.
Yep. All right, but that's it, guys. I really appreciate you guys putting this meeting together and letting us try to do something about this. It'll really help, and it's going to help a lot of counties out and a lot of municipalities.
And Ben, if you have any questions about what Glenn said, just holler at him. You got his number, don't you?
Yeah, I think I have it, so I think we're good.
Most important thing is you get those notes done quick and get them turned in so we get paid quick. No, I'm just
Exactly.
kidding.
Hey, I'll hand carry them over. Ben, I'll be by your house.
Absolutely, Glenn.
I'm just going to call her and dictate them on the phone.
There you go.
Anybody got anything else before we go?
Mike, I've been praying for you, brother, you and your family. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. We really need it.
Yes, sir.
By the way, he and my sister-in-law, she died 5 years ago. Matter of fact, she died on the day that they took custody of this little newborn baby that had been born drug addicted. They had just got custody. And that little boy is 5 years old and doing well. But I had 2 nieces and they adopted this little boy, and he's 5 years old. Now he's without a mother and daddy, and the niece, my oldest niece, is going to take him and raise him. So let's just pray for the process there that things can smooth.
Absolutely.
Right, I got a motion, we adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion by Hickman, second by Meadows. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Meeting is
Good to see
adjourned.
you
Thank you,
guys.
Bill.
Y'all have a good one. Good to see y'all.
See y'all.
See you.